Grilling out yesterday for the 4th. Hope you had some Schumann Farms Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions. Top it all off. There's a ball outside, 2-1. Left-hander Bummer, 31 years old. You think back on that one start that he made as a minor leaguer. That was in 2017 when he was pitching for the Birmingham Barons in the Southern League. His only other pro start. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Holiday takes a called strike. Good sinker. And like we've been discussing, Joe, Bummer has gone a little bit deeper in some of these last few outings. And maybe the thing that he's done the best job with this season is keeping the ball in the ballpark. Good sinking action. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Holiday. And he missed outside with a sweeper, 3-2.
You bet he has not allowed a home run this year. 34 innings out of the pen.
That's good work out of Bummer. 145 batters faced. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And Holiday swings and catches the breeze. A sinker by him at 91. And Bummer with a strikeout. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks, use code BRAVES, and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. And visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Jordan Westburg sends one foul. He led the charge last night for the Orioles. Had a big night, going 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a homer. And now he's up there facing the left-hander Aaron Bummer. Bummer brings it. Check swing. Looked like he fooled him. He did. They confirmed that with Eric Bacchus, first base umpire, who had the decision in his hands. So 0-2 on Westburg.
Some really good crossfire pitches to Holiday, and now busted Westburg with a good pitch breaking in on him.
Ahead 0-2, offering on the way, missed low and inside and got him. That sweeper just did graze the batter Westburg. Well, you hate that regardless of the count, but especially when it's 0-2.
Right.
So runner at first, one down for Gunnar Henderson. Telling you about Aaron Bummer, as Joe mentioned, he played baseball at the University of Nebraska. And out of the Phoenix area, he had lots of colleges that were calling him, wanted him to come play. Henderson takes a ball low and inside. And when he finished high school, his parents moved to Texas. And the reason that he chose Nebraska over other schools is because the town that his parents were living in Texas could get a direct flight to Lincoln. None of the other towns could say that. Pitch on the way to Henderson, and there's a called strike. And his parents had the ability to jump on a flight, fly right to Lincoln, watch him play college ball.
That's a good reason.
Sure is. Yeah, he's a proud Cornhusker. One of 2 on this team. Of course, Spencer Schwellenbach, a Nebraska product. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Henderson. And a big swing and a miss there to Sweeper. But altogether, 9 years in the big leagues for Bummer. 19-19 his career record. And like Snit said, it felt like he could get 50 pitches in if they wanted him to. 1-2 pitch, low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gunnar Henderson had a 2-hit night last night, a double and a single. Also a couple of ground outs, both to the right side. Left-handed hitting shortstop from Selma, Alabama awaits the 2-2 pitch. That'll be fouled off. Braves wearing the City Connect uniforms today, as they always do on their Saturday home games. White uniform tops, white pants with royal blue sleeves, royal blue lettering and numerals outlined in red, and the A logo on the left chest of those white uniforms. 2-2 pitch, and he got him lunging, going after that curveball down and away. Couple of strikeouts out of Bummer. 2 down here in the inning for Ramon Laureano. Orioles wearing their bright orange uniform tops, gray pants, black lettering, black numerals outlined in white, and Orioles across the chest in cursive. 2 down for Laureano. He was 0 for 4 last night. First pitch he sees is a curveball for a strike. Bummer with that good curve. He can sink it. He can sweep it. Got a 4-seamer. And he can shift gears to a changeup as well. 0-1 from the lefty. Cut and a miss by Laureano. A couple of curveballs produce an 0-2 count. Bummer one good pitch away from striking out the side here in the first inning. Struck out Holiday, struck out Henderson, 0-2 pitch, and hanging alive Laureano. Well, we mentioned that Bummer has been stretched out a bit here lately. His longest outing of the year was 2 2/3 innings pitched. That was on June 25th at New York against the Mets. So not too long ago. This will be his 19th pitch of the inning. 0-2 to Laureano. Fanned him. Used a sweeper, and Laureano couldn't find it on that swing. Had a good start for Bummer. Hit a batter, but outside of that, 3 strikeouts. We enter the bottom of the first inning. Orioles nothing, and the Braves coming up when we come back.
A golf instructor who knows.
This season, let your shoes do the talking. Designer Shoe Warehouse is packed with fresh styles that speak to your whole vibe without saying a word. From cool sneakers that look good with everything, to easy sandals you'll want to wear on repeat, DSW has you covered. Find a shoe for every you, from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and more. Head to your DSW store or visit dsw.com today.
Out here, we feel things. The sore calves that lead to epic views, the cool waterfall mist during a hot hike, and the breeze that hits just right at the summit. But hey, don't just listen to us. Experience it for yourself. All Trails makes it easy to discover the best of the outdoors, with more than 450,000 trails around the world, points of interest along the trail, and offline maps for always-on navigation. Download the free app today and find your next outdoor adventure.
July 4th member-only doorbuster deals are on at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $50 on a select Charbroil 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair, now $886. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, these July 4th doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/7 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Hey, this is Chris Camino reminding you that big baseball news can drop at any time before the Major League trade deadline. Listen to me and Nick Cellini while you work weekdays between 10 and 2 on 680 The Fan.
Ronald Acuna Jr. climbing in, no score into the bottom of the first inning. Dean Kramer, the right-hander on the mound for the Orioles, making his 18th appearance of the season, his 17th start. And here's his first bullet fired to Acuna. And Ronald takes a called strike. The leather for Baltimore has Ryan O'Hearn at first base, Jackson Holiday at second, Gunnar Henderson the shortstop, and Jordan Westberg is their third baseman. Introduce you to their trio of outfielders after the 0-1 pitch. Here it is to Acuna. He'll swing and send one foul up into the second deck along the right field line. In left field, Colton Cowser. Center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Gary Sanchez is the catcher. And the pitcher, the right-hander, Dean Kramer. 6'2", 210 from Stockton, California. 0-2 pitch, and Acuna with a fly ball towards right center. O'Neill and Mullins coming together. That's O'Neill's ball. Makes a two-handed catch out in right center field. And one away here in the bottom of a scoreless first inning. Talking about Kramer, 29 years old. He's had a good season. He's 7-7 with a 4.27 ERA. But his last outing, in fact, his last handful of outings have been really good. That last go-round was on the 29th against the Rays. They're a good ball club. And Kramer put together 7 innings of no-run baseball. 3 hits, a walk, and 6 Ks. There's a ball high and outside. So
that got my attention.
Yeah. 7 shutout innings versus the Rays is impressive. In fact, Kramer has allowed just 2 runs over his last 17 2/3 innings coming into today. 1-0 to Olsen. Ball outside. He's walked 4 and struck out 17 in that span. So over the course of his last now 18 innings, an ERA of 1.02. But there's an even more impressive element to that. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Olsen. And Olsen takes a called strike. In that span, over his last 3 starts, Joe, he's only allowed 3 extra base hits. So he has been very stingy, and he has suffocated opposing offenses. 2-1 pitch to Olsen. Clubbed to deep right center field. Hello, gap. That's down for a base hit and all the way to the wall. There's an extra base hit right there. And for a guy who hasn't given up many of late, Matt Olson splits the gap perfectly between O'Neill and Mullins and drills one to the fence.
Boy, did he square that up. Jumped off his bat. Kramer 92 to 95 on his fastball, and he'll throw a cutter off of that. A split and a curveball. That one was tattooed.
Runner at second, one down for Austin Riley. First pitch to Riley, and Riley gets into one high and deep to center field. Mullins to the wall. He set one flat across the yard. It's a two-run homer to straightaway center, and it's 2-0 Braves in the first. That is his 13th homer of the year, and the Braves had the early lead, so check that box.
Early runs. Hanging slider, launched out of here to straightaway center. Hit the rock so hard it came halfway back to the infield.
Riley had a two-hit night last night, so he's been seeing it well. At that time, he sends one out of here. Jurickson Profar takes a ball low. That homer hit by Austin Riley, the first homer of the night for the Braves, meaning you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires at Tire Discounters, Monday only, plus a free alignment and free oil change. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Profar, and he'll swing and miss. That time a curveball fooled him. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show to see how much you'll save Monday only at Tire Discounters. Visit TireDiscounters.com/Braves to learn more. All right, 2-0 Atlanta. Profar was 1 for 4 last night. 1-1 pitch and a check swing. Didn't go after the curveball. 2 balls and a strike. Well, that really rattles Dean Kramer, you'd imagine, a guy who's just been cruising through lineups lately.
And no home runs allowed in his last 7 starts prior to that.
2-1 pitch. Crack foul into the screen down the left field line. Braves rolling up their sleeves here in the first inning, getting to it. Kramer has seen the Braves just once in his career. That was in 2023. He won a game here that season. That didn't happen too many times for opposing pitchers that year. There's a ball low. In fact, he went 6 innings, giving up 1 run in a game here 2 years ago. He's already given up 2 runs against 3 batters here in the first inning of this one. 3-2 to Profar. And he'll ground one out to second base. Into shallow right goes the second baseman Holiday. Gloves and sends it over to first base and 2 down. That puts the bat in the hands of Drake Baldwin. Baldwin was the only source of offense for the Braves last night. He had a 2-run homer, and the Braves lost that game 3-2. 2-0 Braves, bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Baldwin. And a ball outside. Look, I don't care how well you may be playing. You get first inning runs, that's always great. But it's really important for the Braves, given how difficult it's been here lately, not just to score early, but to score at all. That'll be fouled back. In fact, the Braves had been held scoreless in 62 of their last 70 offensive innings. So they've hardly seen any runs in any inning.
It's reason to be giddy right now.
It is. 1-1 to Baldwin. And Baldwin lifts one towards right field. Over to his left. O'Neill can't get there. That bounces twice in front of the right fielder. 2-out single for Drake Baldwin, and the inning will continue for Marcell Ozuna. So many games have taken the path of, well, the pitching is doing their best to hold them right there, but then all of a sudden the other team finds a way to cut through there, and then it's all on the pitching. And that's so much pressure day in, day out when it's 2-0, 3-0, 3-1 early in a game.
I don't know what it means, but I had an early Chips Ahoy cookie, just trying to get it all going.
Marcell Ozuna takes a ball up and in.
I got another one sitting here on standby if we need a bigger inning.
I think you've tapped into something. That's a lot of weight for you to carry, though, with so many chocolate chip cookies. We need our fans to dive in as well.
In more ways than one.
1-0 to Ozuna. Had a called strike on him, 1-1. That That homer by Riley is 13th of the year. RBI is 43 and 44 for him. And the early 2-0 lead. 1-1 from Dean Kramer. Ozuna takes a ball up and in, laid off the curveball. For Kramer, 6 years in the big leagues, a record of 37 and 37. In fact, both of our starting pitchers today for their careers have 500 records. Bummer 19 and 19, Kramer 37 and 37. 2-1 pitches outside. And for Kramer, his entire career has been with Baltimore. His best season, 2023, when he won 13 games. He was originally drafted by the Dodgers. That was in the 2016 draft out of UNLV, but traded to Baltimore in 2018 in the Manny Machado deal. He's been an Oriole ever since. 3-1, fought off foul up into the second deck down the right field line.
And they got a covey of players for Machado. He's the only one of any note that became something for the Orioles.
Been solid for him. Baldwin going to be on the move here. 3-2, 2 down. Runner goes, pitch to Ozuna, and a bouncer off of his foot foul. Or they're going to say he got the catcher. That'll be catcher's interference. I got a piece of Gary Sanchez's glove on the swing. So an E2 catcher's interference. Ozuna down to first base, Baldwin at second base. So now Ozzie Albies at the plate. 2-0 Braves and a chance for more. Ozzie Albies 0 for 3 last night. Seventh batter of the inning. Albies takes the ball low and inside. Mentioned that Kramer is from Stockton, California. His dad came to the United States to play collegiate tennis. His mom and dad are both originally from Israel, and Kramer speaks fluent Hebrew. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Ozzie pops one up, back behind the plate. Gary Sanchez back towards the warning track, makes the catch, then tumbles into the screen and holds on for out number 3. But the Braves get a monstrous 2-run homer from Austin Riley. We head to the top of the second, 2-0 Braves.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination.
During our 4 o'clock hour for your chance to win Braves tickets on 680 The Fan or use the Fan app.
Braves 2, Orioles nothing. Into the top of the second inning. Aaron Bummer will be facing O'Hearn, Sanchez, and Cowser in the second inning. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, also the official hot sauce of our pregame meal. That's Louisiana Hot, buy you some. Called strike on Ryan O'Hearn. He was 0 for 4 last night. He's their first baseman. Having a good season. .290 hitter. 11 homers for O'Hearn, left-handed hitter. Front door sweeper misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aaron Bummer had 3 strikeouts in the first inning. 1-1 pitch. There's a called strike. 1-2. Interesting note on the Orioles. Last night, Braves pitchers walked 1 batter. That was O'Neill in the 7th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. That'll be sent foul. The Orioles have walked at least once in a franchise record 165 consecutive games. That goes back to July 2nd of 2024, breaking a previous franchise record that was set in 1955. 1-2, and he gets him to fish low for that curveball and missed every stitch of it. Strikeout number 4 for Bummer.
That's quite a streak in past a calendar year now.
Yeah. At least 1 walk every game. And it's the longest by any major league team since the Giants back in 02 and 03 when they had a player named Barry Bonds. There's a ball low.
Yeah.
Giants in that stretch, Joe, had at least 1 walk in 204 consecutive games.
That may never be broken unless these Orioles can keep it up.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sanchez. Ball low and inside. Hitters count for Sanchez. Here's the offering that swung on and fouled back. Go back to 2002. Barry Bonds himself walked 198 times. Walked 148 times the next year. And then the year after that, a career high at 39 years old, walked 232 times in a season.
Good grief.
2-1 in for a called strike. And even seeing so few pitches that year, he still hit 45 homers. 2-0 Braves, top of the 2nd. Orioles have had 1 base runner. That was Jordan Westburg when he was hit by a pitch in the first inning. 2-2 to Sanchez, low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This will be Bummer's 30th pitch of the game. Lefty spins it up there. That's sent foul down the left field line into the screen. That ricochets out into left field, where that'll be fetched by Jurickson Profar.
Well, Summer has hit. You know how I know how?
How's that?
Why? Because fans down the third base line up in all decks have got that southern fan working.
Mm-hmm. 3-2 sent down to third, but foul.
As I've said for a long time, nobody can fan like southern people.
Best in the world at it.
Yeah. It's kind of inherited.
Yeah, you learn that at an early age.
You learn it in church.
Yeah. 3-2 pitch. And he struck him out.
Dang.
Curveball from Bummer. He's striking out everybody. That's 5.
I think something really good for him. You know, we don't expect him to go deep in the game or throw a lot of pitches, but he kind of had a nice break there in the bottom of the first. Little rest. It's kind of like he could just restart.
His career high, which he accomplished on June 1st earlier this season.
Colton Cowser, the batter, takes first pitch strike. 2-0 Braves. That 5th strikeout matches Bummer's career high. And you'd say, oh, 5. How's that a career high? Well, he's been a reliever his entire career. First time he's ever started. He's used to getting 3, sometimes 4 or 5 outs tops. 0-1 in the air to deep left. Profar going to go back to the warning track. Curls off his route. Makes the catch. Nice play. By the time his momentum came to a halt, he was right in front of the fence on down to the end of the left field line. They go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. 2-0 Braves.
Swing it. July 4th member-only doorbuster deals are on at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $50 on a select Charbroil 4-burner gas grill. Now just $149. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair. Now $886. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, these July 4th doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/7 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination.
Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Are you ready to round the bases with base balderdash? Today's phrase is Texas Leaguer. Do you know what it means?
During Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
2-0 Braves into the bottom of the second. Just got a great moment here at the ballpark in between innings as Charlie Morton was recognized, and he came outside the Orioles dugout and tipped his cap and acknowledged the fans as a tribute video played for him for his time in Atlanta. Michael Harris to the plate, takes the ball outside.
That is such a good thing for the organization to do. Very honorable thing.
Enjoyed that highlight video of Charlie. Some big strikeouts and big moments over the years. 0-1 pitch. Harris swings and misses. Of course, he's done 2 tours of duty with the Braves.
Yeah. Originally a third-round draft pick back in the 1800s.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. And Harris takes the ball low.
Wouldn't you like to go back and see how that operated then without a draft? Wondering what kind of scouting system was in place.
Right. 2-1 to Harris, and he tips one into the mid of Gary Sanchez.
You read stories all the time about discovering players who were working for a town team or working for a mill and their team.
Basically, if you found them, they were yours.
Yeah, they were.
Kind of like the gold rush. You're just looking for players, and you find one, sign them, boom. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Michael Harris. Harris fouls one off. Yeah, we've seen a major evolution when it comes to player contracts, free agency. I mean, how the process works as a whole with scouting and the draft. 2-0 Braves, bottom of the second. 2-2 to Harris. And he'll get out on his front foot, swing and miss at the splitter.
I could get on my soapbox once more, Ben, about scouts and how they deserve a wing, a section, something in Cooperstown for scouts who are the lifeblood of talent for any organization. There have been so many good ones. They deserve to be honored in Cooperstown, too.
I agree with that completely. Here's Nick Allen. Allen with a called strike. This is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. Need a base runner first. If the Braves steal a base this inning, our contestant Elizabeth Stevens won $550 in free marathon gas cards. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way from Dean Kramer. Strike on the outside corner. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Good luck to Elizabeth Stevens. A 2-run homer by Austin Riley, the difference in the game right now. 0-2 to Allen, outside. So that's now 18 runs in a row that have come by way of the home run ball for the Braves.
Yep.
Goes back to a week ago today. One, 2 to Allen. A little bit low and outside. That fastball coming in at 95 from Kramer. Righty kicks and brings it 2-2. Allen a check swing. There's a called third strike. Sinker got him. Back-to-back strikeouts by Kramer. 2 down, back to the top of the order to Ronald Acuna.
That was an interesting story you were telling us a minute ago, Ben, about his parents being tennis players who immigrated to the U.S. I wonder how he was able to say, hey, no, I'm going to try out for the baseball team instead.
Right. His dad playing college tennis. There's a ground ball out to second. Jackson Holliday wraps it in leather. Throws over to first base, and the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We're on to the top of the third upon our return. 2-0 Braves.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier.
Orioles will be sending up O'Neill, Mullins, and Holiday. That's 8, 9, and 1 in their order. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Well, there's a curveball right there, but it missed outside to Tyler O'Neill. 1 ball and no strikes on O'Neill. He's batting 191 this year. A couple of homers out of O'Neill. There's a called strike and a 1-1 count. O'Neill 1 for 3 last night. 1-1 pitch. And he'll pop one up towards foul territory into the seats just back of the Braves dugout. Aaron Bummer getting the start for the Braves today. First ever start as a big leaguer. And to this point, he's looked really good. He has 5 strikeouts. And that one is hit high in the air to deep left. That one's going to set sail deep over the wall and gone. And that's the first time that Bummer's really given up anything today. That's the first hit, the first run allowed by Bummer. And that's the first homer allowed by Bummer all season. O'Neill's 3rd home run this year, and it's a 2-1 Braves lead here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, they've missed O'Neill. He's been out with a neck injury, and that one went halfway up the bleachers in left center.
Really impressive shot by O'Neill's. Here's Cedric Mullins. Mullins hit a home run last night, and he'll take a ball low. This Oriole team, like we mentioned last night, they've hit their fair share of homers. They've been right around 10th, 11th all season long in home runs across the big leagues. 1-0 pitch, ball low and outside. 21st in runs. They'd like to do better in that department. They don't really steal much. They don't walk much at all, which is bizarre considering the number we gave you last inning. There's a ball low and inside. They have the 27th fewest amount of walks, yet they've had at least 1 walk every game since July 2nd of last year.
That doesn't jive, does it?
Not at all. Shade covers the field. There's the 3-0 pitch. And Mullins takes ball 4. And there's another walk. Another game with a walk, I should say. First allowed by Bummer. But that will extend that streak we were discussing earlier. So the Orioles continue their franchise record of having at least one walk in now 166 consecutive games. Not really how you envision it against the 8 and 9 hitters this inning, is it? Homer and a walk.
No.
Back to the top of the order to Jackson Holliday, who takes a strike. Holliday 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes the ball low and outside.
Well, if you were with us for the Brian Snitker report earlier today, Brian even threw out the number somewhere around 50 pitches, he said. So we're getting close to that.
This will be number 45 right here. Dylan Dodd is throwing in the Braves bullpen. Runner goes, 1-1 pitch, check swing. He went, and the ball is dropped by Baldwin. So Holliday takes the strike, and Mullins with the steal.
Number 9 for Cedric.
They've got the tying run in scoring position on a 1-2 count on Jackson Holliday. Holliday in search of his first hit of this series. Left on left versus Bummer. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Just got a piece of the curveball. Do it again with a 1-2 count. Where the Orioles have really struggled is on the mound. 4th most runs allowed, 3rd most hits allowed, 27th in ERA, 2nd most home runs allowed this year across Major League Baseball. And dead last in ERA plus. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Holliday, and there's a ball low and outside. So you're going to give up some runs to this team, but at the same time, what's most disappointing about last night against the team that surrenders so many homers, you hit just the one and no other runs outside of that last night.
Right.
Two from Bummer, and reaching out and rolling one to second base, Holliday. Ozzy's got it, throws to first, and there's the first out of the inning. Over to third base for Cedric Mullins. Runner at third, 1 out for the Orioles' hottest hitter in this series, Jordan Westburg. 3 for 4 last night, hit by a pitch today. Infield will come in with Mullins at third and 1 out. And Bummer back to work. First pitch a little bit low. Speaking of that game last night, for the Orioles after that win, they have gone 23-21 with interim manager Tony Mansolino at the helm. Brandon Hyde fired as their manager when the team started 15-28. Swing and a miss by Westburg at a curveball, 1-1. Mansolino, 42 years old, out of Clovis, California, went to Vanderbilt. And he's had the Orioles playing much better baseball. 1-1 pitch. Low and inside, almost hit him with a curveball. Warm, sunny day. Second game of this series. And a 2-1 Braves lead here in the top of the third. But the Orioles could tie it with a base hit right here. 2-1 to Westburg, and he hits a deep drive to center. Harris back to the wall, and Jordan Westburg hits one a mile. It's a 2-run homer. It is his second homer of the series. And the Orioles jump in front of the Braves now after that 2-run bomb, and it's 3-2. What an impressive shot that was.
I mean, to tell you, there was a splashdown out there in the second level. I love his tilt and his swing. He leans out over the plate and has great extension.
Brian Snitker coming to the mound. That'll be it for Aaron Bummer. Gave up 2 homers today. That's 2 more than he had given up the rest of the season. So the Braves make the Arrow Exterminators call to the bullpen, make the right call.
July 4th, member-only doorbuster deals are on at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $50 on a select Charbroil 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair, now $886. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, these July 4th doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/7 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I mean, that's the best way to go. It was an important...
Left-hander Dylan Dodd comes on for the Braves here in the third inning. He's done a good job since he was called up. No record, a 2.89 ERA. Just 3 runs allowed in 9 1/3 innings, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 182 average against him.
2 homers hit this inning for the Orioles. The one hit by Tyler O'Neill traveled 445 feet. And then the one that Westberg just hit, 461 feet.
Wow.
One down for Gunnar Henderson. Pitch from Dodd and a strike on the outside corner.
It's about 900 feet of fly ball by my measurement.
Yep. And it knocked Bummer out of the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Gunnar Henderson. Dodd's pitch a little bit low and outside, 1-1. Both these teams teed off in this game. Austin Riley, a 2-run homer. Tyler O'Neill, solo homer. Jordan Westberg, 2-run homer. And the score we have now, the exact score of what we had last night. 1-1 low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Dylan Dodd, long brown hair flipping out of the back of his blue cap. And the 2-1 to Henderson. Big swing and a miss there, 2-2. Bullpen game today for the Braves. That was the plan all along. And we'll see how many they go through. Of course, for tomorrow's game, the Braves are scheduled to hand the ball to Grant Holmes. He'd be facing Trevor Rogers. 2-2 pitch. And he missed low. Well, you think about the load on the starting pitcher the day after a bullpen game. You got to go deep. And, of course, the Braves are hoping for that anyway out of Grant Holmes. But after a bullpen game, he'll need to be going pretty deep tomorrow. But he can certainly handle the load. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Henderson with a ground ball out to first. Scooped up by Olsen. Shovels to the bag and Dodge there. 2 down. Two down for Ramon Laureano with the Braves last season. Laureano's been around a little bit in his career. Spent a pretty good amount of time in Oakland. Laureano, 30 years old, originally from the Dominican Republic. Raised there in Santo Domingo. 2 down, bases empty. He swings and misses the first pitch he sees. He played 2 seasons at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. That's in Miami, Oklahoma. And also did a pretty good amount of pitching when he was in college. He's always had a good arm. 0-1 to Laureano. That misses low, 1-1.
Locals refer to that as Miami.
Miami? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
Miami, Oklahoma.
Way up in the far northeastern part of the state, as the name would imply.
1-1 fouled off. I bet when Laureano went to college and folks in the Dominican said, "Where are you going to college?" He said, "Miami."
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know where that is.
Yeah.
No.
That's not far.
Miami, Oklahoma. Where? 1-2 on Laureano. Sun shining down on Laureano in his bright orange uniform. Waiting on the lefty, Dodd. And the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, tap back to the mound. Dodd captures it. Throws to first base for the out. And there's out number 3, but the Orioles send 3 across as they vault in front of the Braves thanks to a couple of homers, one by O'Neill, one by...
Lowe's knows how to help you save. This July 4th, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool kitchen appliances. Plus, get an additional 10% off when you buy 2 or 3 select major appliances. And when you buy 4 or more, you'll save an additional 20%. Find the right appliances and features that fit your kitchen's unique needs and style. Shop Whirlpool 4th of July deals at Lowe's. Valid through 7/9. See Lowe's.com for details. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Selection varies by location.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Gibson a deep side.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Dean Kramer and the Orioles have a 3-2 lead over the Braves into the bottom of the third inning. Matt Olson leads off. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Kramer goes to work. And there's a call strike on Matt Olson. Matt last night saw his consecutive on-base streak come to an end. He had reached base in 33 straight games. He had a 10-game hit streak. And all that was snapped last night when he went 0 for 4. Never reached base. 0-1 pitch and a high and mighty shot to right field. Flying back and gone. A tie game with a homer by Matt Olson as he visits the chop house here in the third inning. That exploded off his bat. And both of these teams play a home run derby today. They both belted 2 homers.
That was a little bit like Baldwin's home run last night. Hit hard and far, but low. A line shot. Matt's delivering a lot of presence out there to the chop house, isn't he?
Man, he's been visiting there a lot here lately. Austin Riley to the plate. And he takes a strike. And that's Matt's 17th homer of the year.
Again, that was home run number 17 for Olson in an 0-1 count.
Came off his bat at 108. Austin Riley takes a fastball low. They had 2 pitchers coming in today who are not used to giving up home runs. And both have given up 2. Kramer's given up 2, and Brave starter Aaron Bummer gave up a couple. We're right back where we started at 3 apiece. One to Riley. That's fouled back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Here's the 1-2 to Riley. Riley goes lunging and missing a splitter for strike 3. First out here in the third inning. Third strikeout by Kramer. You need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. One down for Jurickson. Profar takes ball inside. Checked his swing there. 1-0.
Might see some very aggressive swings early in the count with the way that shadow's moving across home plate.
1-0 to Profar in for a strike. Yeah, the The shadows from the rooftop right now running straight down the first base and right field line. And they're right at the feet of Profar in the left-hand batter's box. 3-3 game, bottom of the third. The 1-1. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. All the fans down the right field line enjoying the shade. Fans down the left field line in the sunshine. 91 degrees at first pitch today. 2-1, softly tapped back to the mound. They're going to say foul ball. That was fielded by Kramer. He threw over. And now catcher Gary Sanchez arguing with Doug Eddings. And here comes Tony Mansolino. I wonder if they think that hit his bat or part of his body outside the box.
Well, he called it a foul ball, and I'm wondering if they're saying it didn't hit him at all. Oh, maybe it came up and hit part of his helmet or something. It came up high near his face.
It came off the front edge of the plate, shot back up. Ooh, I don't think that touched him.
I don't either, and he didn't either because he started running.
Braves going to get a swing on the house right here. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Foul ground. Third base side over by the on-deck circle. And Sanchez, who loses the mask, throws up the glove and has it for the out. 2 down. Braves 3, Orioles 3. We're in the bottom of the third. Drake Baldwin 1-for-1 with a single. I'm guessing Doug Eddings heard the ball hit the front edge of the plate and thought that it hit his shoe or something.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. And that may not be reviewable. Maybe he just decided, let's keep playing because can't appeal it.
First pitch to Baldwin. And he missed off the plate with a sinker. It's kind of like that beveled edge of the plate is what it clipped. And I'm sure that's what Eddings heard. 1 ball and no strikes. Of course, there's no arguing with Doug Eddings.
No.
1-0 pitch, outside 2-0.
That's why Mansolino put his hands behind his back while he was talking to him.
Just go ahead and try to disarm him before you even get up there. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Baldwin, nice cut, but fouls one back. 2-1.
He goaded Johnny Estrada into an ejection one night down in Miami years ago. Just kept whispering stuff in Johnny's ear and talking to him until Johnny finally exploded.
2-1 to Baldwin, a swing and a miss. Yeah, he can be pretty militant down there.
He does run a sharp game, I'll say that.
Yeah.
No nonsense.
None at all. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Baldwin rips one down the right field line, a fair ball. That goes all the way to the wall. Makes the turn at first base, playing it off the wall, O'Neill. By the time he gets it into the cutoff man, Baldwin's popping up at second base after a feet-first slide. 2-out double from Drake Baldwin.
What was O'Neill doing? That ball went by him, not that far away, and it was like, I'm just going to wait until this ball hits the wall, and I'll go pick it up. It was hit hard, but, I mean, he just started pulling up well before it got to him. Thank you.
Yeah, he's going to his left and then just stopped and let it go by to play it off the wall. He made no effort to try to cut it off before it got to the wall.
No. Well, I hit a homer earlier. I don't have to go after it that hard.
Here's Ozuna. 3 apiece, bottom of the third. First pitch to Ozuna is outside. A base hit right here could check a bunch of boxes. Number one, it could give you a run without having to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Number two, Ozuna hasn't had an RBI in a long time. One to Ozuna. And he'll hit one of the air to right field. Tyler O'Neill drifting in, leans forward, makes a chest-high catch, and that's the 3rd out. But the Braves get a homer for Matt Olson. Solo shot, they tie the game. We go to the top of the 4th, 3 apiece in Atlanta.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan.
July 4th member-only doorbuster deals are on at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $50 on a select Charbroil 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair, now $886. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, these July 4th doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/7 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Watch membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Ryan O'Hearn leads off for Baltimore. It'll be O'Hearn, Sanchez, and Cowser, as that's 5, 6, and 7 in their order. O'Hearn over 1 with a strikeout, and Dylan Dodd out there in relief of starter Bummer. First pitch here in the inning, fastball outside, misses. Dodd came on for the final 2 outs of the third inning, as Bummer went 2 1/3. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way to O'Hearn. Pulled fair down the right field line past a diving Matt Olson. Bounces off the sidewall. Karams out to Ronald. He comes up firing to second base, and his throw to second just a little bit late. Feet first slide for Ryan O'Hearn. It's a leadoff double for Baltimore. That's really tough for Olson because we've mentioned the shadows, Joe. And the batter is right there at the edge of the shadows, and that was hugging that shadow all the way down. Probably hard to pick up off the bat.
I think it probably was. He's done such a great job with the leather this year that I'm just guessing he didn't see that clearly. Good hustle by Ronald. He made a great throw in there, almost picked him off at second base.
Runner at second, no one out for Gary Sanchez. And Sanchez takes a strike. Sanchez, one of the 5 strikeout victims that Bummer totaled. Dodd a glance to second. 0-1 pitch. Missed tying outside, 1-1. Interleague play, so of course we see everybody now at least once. And seeing the Orioles here in town. 1 ball and 1 strike on Sanchez. He'll swing and miss. Braves are 28-27 all-time versus Baltimore. Pretty competitive series.
I would say that's good stuff right there. It was always tough to win in Baltimore, too, when interleague play first started. Plus, I remember Ripken having an unbelievable day over at Turner Field. I want to say he went 5 for 5 or even 6 for 6.
1-2 to Sanchez, and he struck him out. Well-located fastball. Orioles franchise, a charter member of the American League, and when they started, believe it or not, they started in Milwaukee for 1 season, 1901. In fact, the meetings that took place that brought along the American League took place in Milwaukee, and for 1 season, they were the Milwaukee Brewers in 1901 and moved to St. Louis. Cowser swings and tips one into the mitt. And they are there in St. Louis as the St. Louis Browns from 1942 all the way through 1953. And then moved to Baltimore, been there ever since. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a called strike. So, something that these two franchises have in common, they've called three cities home, and both of them, at one point or another, have called Milwaukee home. Of course, the Milwaukee Braves, there before they moved to Atlanta, then Baltimore so long ago, spending one season there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Cowser, a deep fly to right field. Ronald Acuna going to go back, and that's going to sail out of here, way out of here. Hit off the ribbon board above the bullpen, and it's a two-run homer for Colton Cowser. And that's his 8th of the year. These two teams going bombs away today. That's the third homer hit by the Orioles. Braves have hit 2 homers themselves. And it's now a 5-3 Oriole lead after the two-run homer by Colton Cowser.
The only thing I can attribute this to, Ben, is low humidity.
Right.
Low humidity and pitches down the middle. That ball was launched, too. They're all long homers, too.
Tyler O'Neill hit one 445 feet back in the 4th inning. And he'll cut it loose here and miss a cutter. Well, the fans came to see the long ball today. They're getting tons of it. There's a deep drive to left. Tyler O'Neill sends one to deep left and under it. Profar makes the catch. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Well, tomorrow will not be a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa with a 2-run score to the inning, but we always appreciate them being a part of our broadcast. Check them out, TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves.
Strangely, oddly, I guess, the double by O'Hearn, the homer by Cowser, left-handed hitters against Dodd.
Well, Cedric Mullins, another left-handed hitter, takes ball low. Five-3 Orioles, top of the 4th. Mullins fouls one off, 1-1. Mullins walked and scored last inning. He was aboard when Jordan Westberg hit one 461 feet to straightaway center field. Dodd with a 1-1 pitch. That's low and outside. The plate is now covered in shadows. Those shadows from the rooftop run down the first base line on the grass to the inside of the line. Olsen at first base standing in the shadows. 2-1 and a lazy pop up to left. Jurickson Profar going to drift in, battles the sun, makes the catch. And there's the 3rd out. But another long ball for the Orioles. This time a 2-run shot by Cowser. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Orioles 5, Braves 3.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. And get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Van app now.
Braves and Orioles been playing tug-of-war with the home runs here today. Braves had the early lead. Orioles tied it and then took the lead. Then the Braves tied it. Now the Orioles back out in front. Ozzie Albies takes a ball low. Braves got a 2-run homer from Austin Riley in the first inning. And then the Orioles jumped past him with a 3-run third. Braves tied it with a homer by Olsen in the third. And the Orioles retook the lead with a homer in the top of this inning from Colton Cowser. Check swing didn't go. 2 balls and no strikes on Ozzie Albies. 7, 8, 9 for the Braves here in the fourth inning. Albies, Harris, and Allen. 5-3 Baltimore. Dean Kramer brings a 2-0 pitch, and Ozzie squirts one out to third off the end of the bat. Westberg has it and fires across the diamond. 1 down here in the fourth inning. This is a bullpen game for the Braves, and they have used 2 pitchers thus far, both lefties, Bummer and Dodd. And the Orioles have belted 3 homers today. All the runs today have come off homers. Michael Harris sends one foul into the seats along the left field line. Dean Kramer on the mound mentioned that the best season that he has had was his 13 wins in 2023. 7-7 this season. 0-1 pitch to Harris. That'll miss outside. Here's an interesting note on Orioles pitchers in their franchise's history. The last time they had a 20-game winner, you have to go back to 1984 when Mike Boddicker won 20 games. There's the 1-1 pitch. Harris sees one bounce up there. Only the Padres have had a longer drought without a 20-game winner than the Orioles. Now, you might say the Rockies, too, because they've never had one, but they've only been a team since '93. Rockies have never had a 20-game winner.
84, huh?
84.
Well, before that, they had 2 or 3 a year.
Had some 30-game winners. There's a fly ball to deep left, carrying well off the bat of Harris. Over to his left, Cowser makes the catch in deep left field.
I think they had 4 starters one year win 20.
Palmer and Cuellar and
Dobson.
Yeah.
And
McNally. Yeah. Yeah, they had a bunch in a 15, 20-year span, and they've not had a single one since '84. The Padres are the franchise with the longest 20-year winner, or 20-game winner drought. Gaylord Perry, 1978, won 21 games. Nick Allen swings and misses.
Yeah, I remember that well. Got his 21st win the last day of the season.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Nick Allen. And he'll swing and miss.
He also happened to get his 3,000th strikeout that day, too.
Ah, that was that game.
Yeah. 5-3 Orioles here.
I hate it comes at your expense, but that story is still one of the best I've ever heard. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Nick Allen. Ball low and outside. Who told you that there was a miscalculation or whatever it was?
Sporting News. It's the only way you got any baseball info. You didn't have ESPN. You didn't have any other sources on a daily basis.
Allen cracks one out towards right field. O'Neill trying to get there. He won't. That's down in between Mullins and O'Neill. Allen digging for second. Here's the throw out of center field, and that's too late. A double out of Nick Allen. He was hustling all the way and just did get in ahead of a really good throw out of right center field.
Nice play by Mullins, or it's a triple. He cut it off, but right out of the box, you saw Allen digging out of the box, but also Cedric Mullins. I watched the replay. He got a nice bounce. It's like the ball bit into the grass and popped straight up for him.
Now it's Ronald Acuna's turn. He could tie it up again with a home run. First pitch to Ronald. Missed outside with a cutter.
Those Oriole teams, though, with all those 20-game winners, but in the late 70s, early 80s, they were a monster team.
One-0 to Acuna. And that misses high, 2-0.
Dennis Martinez, Tippy Martinez. Palmer, of course.
Two-0 to Acuna. A called strike. Ronald thought that was up and in. I think Ronald's got a case. I don't think that ever had the plate.
No, it didn't.
Base hit could bring the Braves within 1 run. 2-1. And Acuna takes a much better pitch than the last one. This is called a ball. So that evens things out. It's a 3-1 count. Ball 3 pitch significantly better than the strike 1 pitch. Ronald Acuna with the count in his favor. RBI situation here for the Braves right fielder.
And at least for the moment, no shadow to contend with, but now suddenly it's back.
That sun popping right out as you're saying that. Ronald awaits, 3-1. And a strike right down the middle.
Ben, is it just me, or does it seem like in these 4-10 starts that the earth is revolving and moving at a faster pace than night games and afternoon games?
Those shadows get out there quickly, don't they?
It's kind of ironic.
5-3 Orioles, bottom of the 4th. 3-2, pulled foul on the left field line. All right, I got to finish the story. You strike out versus Gaylord Perry. It's his 3,000th career strikeout.
Last out of the year, of the game, and of the year.
And they come back and they tell you, sorry, there's a miscalculation. You actually weren't 3,000 in that at bat.
I was 3,001.
And you said, who was 3,000? Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Acuna. And there's ball 4 outside. And their answer was?
Well, they went back and recounted and found out that it was me again in the 7th inning.
Drew French, the pitching coach for the Orioles, coming out to pay a visit to his pitcher, Dean Kramer. And if you're Matt Olson, as the sun is hidden behind a cloud momentarily, you're probably thinking, can you hurry up and go? Because I want to take advantage of the no shadows right now. Acuna walks. First walk allowed by Kramer. And Olson will climb in. Olson has owned Kramer today, a double and a homer.
The only way for years that you could find out how anybody was hitting was the Sunday papers had a composite of every player in the big leagues, what their batting average was, usually on every Sunday paper. Except during the week, they always seemed to post the top 10. And Willie Montañez told Tom Pashorek one time when he was playing for the Braves, he said, Pashorek, you only get to see your batting average on Sunday. For me, every day, top 10.
Olson is in there, and right now still has the shadows in his favor. The sun is hitting the outfield, but now the infield. That's an interesting look. Runners at first and second, 2 down. First pitch to Olson will miss up and in. Now the sun starting to creep back towards the mound. The sky today looks like someone took a handful of cotton balls and just scattered them across a blue sky. Puffy clouds all over the place against a blue canopy. 1-0 to Olson in the dirt, smothered by Sanchez, 2-0. Orioles 5, Braves 3, bottom of the 4th. Ronald Acuna at first base, Nick Allen at second. Olson with a hitter's count here. 2-1 pitch, and he just missed outside. Barely missed.
That was a pretty good pitch. Cut him loose.
All this taking place with 2 outs. Runners take their leads. 3-0 pitch. Green light. He tips one into the mid of Sanchez. Still 3-1, and the pressure's still on Kramer. Trying to find a way to get through this jam. He's got a 2-run lead for now. That could change right here. 3-1 to Olsen, and he'll swing and miss. That pushes the count full. So Acuna and Allen will both be off of the races here. This will be such a perfect time for Olsen to split a gap. The count 3-2. Pitcher in the sunshine, batter in the shade. Runners go, payoff pitch, pulled foul down the right field line. That was a splitter sent up there by Kramer. Kramer's at 79 pitches, 47 strikes. He has 3 strikeouts in the game, 1 walk. Acuna and Allen take their leads, and time called by Kramer. Olsen patiently standing in the left-hand batter's box. Kramer ready to bring it. There go the runners. 3-2, fouled off. Spoiled a fastball.
Best fastball of the day from Kramer, 95.
This next pitch will be the 8th pitch of the battle. Kramer's displayed about everything that he has to Olsen. Olsen trying to make the right selection here, drive in at least 1 run. Again, the 3-2. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. Down for a base hit. Allen spinning his wheels around third. He'll score. It's a 1-run game. RBI single by Matt Olsen, who's 3 for 3. And it's now a 5-4 contest in the 4th.
Before the foul ball 1 pitch ago, I was watching the runners take off on the 3-2 count. I was a little surprised to watch Ronald, who was not in a dead sprint, running on the pitch. I couldn't figure out why, and I still don't know why, because running on a 3-2 count there with 2 out and a base hit to right field, I'm surprised he's not on third base.
Good point. Austin Riley with a 2-run homer back in the 1st inning, also a strikeout. Can tie the game with a base hit. And he'll send 1 foul. By the way, that base hit by Olsen drives in the first Braves run without a home run in a week. They had gone 54 consecutive innings without a run scored from a homer. Well, 1 to Riley. And he missed high. Boy, that's close.
Yeah, it was a strike, too. I'm glad to get that mark off the register that you just talked about.
Absolutely. It had been 19 consecutive runs from home runs. Meanwhile, Gregory Soto, a lefty, is tossing with the Orioles in the bullpen. 1-1 to Riley, and he rattles one deep down the left field line. Fair ball into the corner. They are off to the races. Acuna scores. Olsen comes to the plate. Here's the throw. Tag down, and they got him. Matt was trying to score from first base, but it's an RBI double for Acuna. Matt slowly gets up, dusts himself off, but the Braves have tied the game on the double by Riley. And they score twice in the inning. Strand 1 runner. What a game we've got to this point. We go to the top of the 5th inning, tied at 5.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it. No matter where...
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. And get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
It's time to step up to the plate to see if you can guess which baseball player or manager.
Top of the order for the Orioles. Holiday, then Westberg, and then Henderson. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Holiday, who is 0 for 2 today, 0 for 6 in the series, and just 6 for his last 41. Dylan Dodd fires again on a swing and a miss, 0-2. Matt went in with his right arm extended, but kind of a swim move with his left arm, and then Sanchez pinned that against his body. Wasn't a dirty tag or anything, just tagged him. The 0-2. Down low, 1-2. Watching a replay again, Matt landed hard. A 5-5 tie in the fifth. Check swing, Holiday didn't go. 2-2 the count. Five runs, 8 hits for Atlanta. 5 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Orioles. Ground ball. Slow 2-hopper hit to Ozzie. He charges, flips, and got him. 1 out. Northside Hospital. For a healthier future together, look to Northside. Jordan Westberg, the batter. He's had another good day. Winding the pitch. Swung on, lifted foul, and out of play off to our right. 3 for 4 with a homer last night. Hit by a pitch in the first inning today, and then homered in the third to plate a couple of runs. A 461-foot launch. Breaking ball down low. 1-1. As his average up to 248, 9 homers, 17 driven in. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Went down and in, and went over the top of it, 1-2. Dylan Dodd, the second pitcher for the Braves, comes set, fires, and a pop-up right side. Looks like it's going to be in fair territory out behind first. Ozzie on the run. He'll make the catch over the shoulder. Nice play, Albies. 2 out. Let's call that our Truist play of the game. What do you say? Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
He can make those over-the-shoulder catches look pretty easy.
Yeah, he did. 2 good plays this inning by Ozzie. Henderson has struck out and grounded out. Gunner takes outside. 1-0 the count. He's hitting .277. Two for 6 in the series. Both hits last night. Left-handed hitter. He takes low. 2-0. 36 pitches for Dodd. Action in the Braves bullpen. Enyo de los Santos begins to play catch. Next delivery, a strike call. 2-1. Boy, Boston clobbered Washington yesterday, and they're up 9-2 today in the 6th inning. The stretch on the 2-1. Henderson takes a little low. 3-1. $11:35 a.m. first pitch tomorrow. 3-1 delivery. Broken bat, grounder towards second. Barrel of the bat went flying out toward the mound. No damage. Ozzie makes the play, and the Orioles go in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th, tied 5-5.
There's a title.
Lowe's knows you don't want to sacrifice reliability for savings. This July 4th, get up to 40% off select LG appliances and purchase 2 or 3 select major appliances to get an additional 10% off. Save big on LG, America's most reliable line of home appliances at Lowe's. Based on independent reliability surveys 2021 to 2024 and select major appliances as compared to competing manufacturers offering full appliance lines. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 6/18 through 7/9.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Trading deadline, lock in Cellini and Domino weekdays between 10 and 2 at 680thefan.com or use the Fan app.
Bottom of the 5th, we're tied 5-5. Dean Kramer back out there for the Orioles, but he's got a new catcher. Jacob Stallings checks in. Gary Sanchez is out. Jurickson Profar leads off and takes high ball 1. So all that time I was worried about Olsen and that play at the plate. Looks like perhaps it was Gary Sanchez who got hurt. 5-5 score. Profar. Now time called, and Stallings will trot to the mound to get together on signs with Kramer. Stallings has been with a few teams recently, most recently Colorado, veteran catcher. Meeting is over. Profar today 0 for 2, a ground out and a foul out. 1 for 4 last night. Wind in the pitch. Fouled back. Slow curveball at 76 miles an hour. Kramer's had a lot of success against the National League East in interleague play. He's 6-1 against them with a 2.5 ERA. 1-1 pitch popped up. Shallow left field. In comes Cowser. He calls off the shortstop Henderson, and he makes the catch. 1 out.
Say he's due to put up some bad numbers versus an NL East team.
I would say.
And so far, so good.
He's got a tie game working, but he's given up 5 runs. And with that in mind, comes Tony Mansolino. He got Profar on the pop-up, but he's already made a sign to the bullpen to make a change. The Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. You make the right call and protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com. We'll tell you who's...
Lowe's knows Laundry Day could use a little more convenience. That's why we have the GE Profile Ultra Fast Washer and Dryer Combo that washes and dries a large load of laundry in about 2 hours without the hassle of transferring clothes from the washer to the dryer. Shop GE Profile this July 4th at Lowe's. Based on completing normal wash and dry cycle with Eco-Dry using a 10-pound load in about 2 hours. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Next Level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use Next Level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
And Gregory Soto, he's 24 years old from the Dominican. He's been an all-star twice in his career. And I take that back, 30 years old, not 24 years old, 30-year-old lefty. He was an all-star with the Tigers back in 21 and 22. We've seen him with the Phillies. This is his second season with the Orioles. And he's making his 38th appearance of the year. He's 0-2 with a 4.11 ERA. And the last time he worked was on July 1st when he gave up 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning at Texas.
See if we can add to that. He's brought in to face the lefty Drake Baldwin. With 1 out, nobody on, and a 5-5 tie. The pitch. A strike call. He throws hard, upper 90s.
On Baltimore catcher Gary Sanchez, who's removed from today's game with right knee pain. Again, right knee
pain for Sanchez, why he came out. Foul ball by Baldwin, 0-2. Shadow completely engulfs the mound now, so the path of the pitch is all in a shadow. Bright sunshine behind that. Next pitch, a little high. 1-2 the count. Drake is 2 for 2. He's raised his average back up over 280. He's at 282. Hit his 10th home run last night. Slightly open stance. And the 1-2 offering up and in. Look out. Drake had to do a little limbo action on that pitch. I'll bet you were a good limboer, weren't you?
I could limbo a little bit.
Yeah. The 2-2. Inside again. That one hit him, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was inside about belt buckle high. He tried to jackknife out of the way, but it brushed him on the way by, and Drake will trot to first. Right in the rib cage area. So that didn't feel very good. Runner at first and 1 out. And Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Soto to the plate. And there's a strike. Marcell reached on catcher's interference, which is an E2 on Sanchez. And he's also flied to right. Stretching the pitch. Outside. 1-1. Almost all of the upper deck down the left field line covered with shadow now, thanks to the big roof up there. Baldwin leads from first. The pitch swung on, line to center field. It's hanging up, and then a diving catch by Mullins coming in. He might have had a hard time picking that up out of the shadow, Ben.
I mean, that shadow cuts between just back of the mound and in between the mound and where the bases are from second to third. So if you're in center field, you're seeing the ball coming out of the shadows on a low liner like that. It was right at him. You might not see that thing until it's a good 50 feet in front of you.
Nice recovery by Cedric Mullins. Ozzie takes a strike, batting right-handed. He has fouled out to the catcher and bounced to third.
That dive was really awkward.
It was late.
Mm-hmm.
Slide step and a foul ball sent into the screen. 0-2 to Albies. And a reminder that, question actually, did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Braves? It is made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. Well, now you do. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. 0-2. Swung on, sliced to right field. A beauty. Base hit. Baldwin will stop at second. Braves have the go-ahead runs on with 2 out for Michael Harris. Nice piece of hitting there by Ozzie, the little inside-out swing.
Good swing, good balance. And able to do it from the right side. I think we were talking about this the other day. Maybe the most shocking thing about the numbers for Ozzie is the lack of power from the right side.
Right.
That was a pretty stable swing.
And just trying to take a little off his swing because he was behind in the count. Harris has struck out and flied out. The lefty delivers. Down and in. Ball 1. 98 on that heater. Former Brave Scott Blewett is now loosening up in the Orioles pen. And I say former Brave this year, like last week. A 1-0 in there for a called strike, 1-1. Cardinals beat the Cubs today, 8-6 at Wrigley. I wonder if it was a homer fest again. Swing and a miss by Harris, 1-2. And how about that game in L.A. last night?
Man, 18-1.
Worst defeat ever for the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine by the Astros. 2 on, 2 out, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Harris down on strikes. Braves leave a couple. We go to the 6th, still tied 5-5.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back in McDonald's.
July 4th, member-only doorbuster deals are on at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $50 on a select Charbroil 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair, now $886. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, these July 4th doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/7 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line.
This is his 36th appearance. He's gone 2-2 with a 3.89 ERA. Last time we saw him was 2 days ago when he gave up 1 run in 1 inning versus the Angels. He, in fact, went twice in that series versus L.A.
And he'll face Ramon Laureano to start things in the 6th inning for Baltimore. Laureano has struck out and hit a comebacker to the mound. Takes a strike to start the inning. Dylan Dodd went 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 1 strikeout. Gave up the home run to Cowser. De Los Santos works out of the stretch and missed outside, 1-1. Laureano, O'Hearn, and then Jacob Stallings, who came in for Sanchez. And the pitch. Inside 2-1. Infield pretty much straight away. Ozzy's playing up the middle a little. Check swing on a good breaking ball for a strike. Grant Holmes in the morning against Trevor Rogers. That's funny to say, isn't it?
It's funny to hear, I can tell you that much.
11:35 first pitch. Line in the pitch, fouled back.
What time are you interviewing Snit tomorrow? About 8?
Yeah. If we were smart, we'd record it after the game tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the benefit of playing at 4 o'clock today. That helps.
Yeah, it does.
Got a pack after the game.
Here's the 2-2 delivery to Laureano. Oh, good pitch. Looked like a strike. Didn't get the call. Full count. 5-5 tie. 9 hits for the Braves. 4 for the Orioles. They've hit 3 homers. The Braves have hit 2. Riley and Olsen. Payoff pitch on the way. Outside, nowhere near, ball 4. Aaron Bummer started. He went 2 1/3. Didn't give up anything until his 3rd inning of work. But he gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, 5 strikeouts. In fact, the first 5 outs he recorded were all strikeouts and tied his career high. Hit a batter and gave up 2 of the homers. And here is O'Hearn, who takes low, ball 1. Austin Cox up in the Atlanta bullpen already. O'Hearn has struck out and doubled and scored a run. Check swing. Strike call. 1-1. O'Hearn 0 for 4 last night. De Los Santos checks the runner and then he fires inside. Caused O'Hearn to scoot his feet back, and then 2-1 to the All-Star. De Los Santos rubs up a new baseball. Checks the runner. Kicks and fires. Foul ball straight back into the screen. 2-2.
Braves haven't turned a double play yet this series. And the Orioles have hit into the 7th most double plays in the league. That'll be a good time.
Well, they're due then. O'Hearn, a left-handed hitter. And the pitch. Fouled back. He had a good cut. Got a piece of it. Still 2-2. Probably do the Snit show tomorrow about 9:30. Wasn't that right? Thank you, Jay Chad. Forgot to ask Jonathan something after this pitch. 2-2. Swung on, driven into center field, but not deep enough to get out of here. In fact, it's pretty routine for Harris, and he'll make the catch. 1 out, runner still at first. I was going to ask you about limboing, Jonathan. Are you a pretty good limboer? He said no.
Well, to be quite honest, you go back to spring training 2020, one of the last activities I did before COVID stopped everything was a neighborhood limbo contest.
Did you?
Not even kidding.
All right. How'd you fare?
Pretty well, actually.
Good. Runner goes, and the pitch swung on and lifted foul and out of play by Stallings.
I was down to the last 3 or 4 people, and the guys who won were in college, but the neighborhood we were living at in spring training had a big outing one night where everybody in the neighborhood was invited for a big party, and they had a limbo contest. And the next thing you knew, we got banged for COVID.
Interesting. Way to go. Stallings takes outside. 1-1. Stallings only hitting a .136. No homers, 6 RBIs. Never really known for his offense, but even for him, this is a little off. Throw to first. Laureano was leaning, and they almost picked him. Laureano has 3 stolen bases, and he was going again. The stretch and the pitch. Fouled back by Stallings, and the count goes 1-2. That shadow now runs almost directly down the baseline between second and third, and then straight out to right field. And Ron Acuna Jr. now standing 100% in the shadow. Laureano not going, and the pitch check swing. He went. Stallings is out of there. Strikeout number 1 for De Los Santos. 2 down. Colton Cowser hit one about a mile his last time up, but he's not going to face De Los Santos. Brian Snitker on his way to the mound to make their Arrow Exterminators call to the bullpen. You make the right call and protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. We'll tell you about Austin Cox right after this break on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Oh, hey. Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at Lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line.
Braves, no record and a 180 ERA.
Yeah, he looked good the other night against the Angels. He gets another crack here at Cowser, left-handed hitter, lefty on lefty. And the Mercer University product throws to first, Laureano back. Cowser launched one off the scoreboard above the Braves bullpen. His last time up, that was launched. And he has also flied out. Deep in the box, takes a strike. Pause for station identification, Braves Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
The 0-1 pitch to Cowser, hit off the end of the bat, back to the on-deck circle for the Orioles. 0-2, Joe Bennett, J. Chad with you, a 5-5 tie, 6th inning. The Orioles have 4 hits, 3 of them homers. And the other one, a double. Stretching the pitch. In the dirt, gets away from Baldwin. Down to second goes Laureano. I believe that skipped in the dirt might be a wild pitch. We'll wait and see.
Runner advances on a wild pitch.
Yeah, it bounced up there, and Drake did a good job of shifting in front of it, but it bounced off of his chest protector and back to the wall. Wild pitch, puts go-ahead run at second. 2 out. And now the 1-2 pitch to Colton Cowser. Delivered. Got him looking. Nice job. Cox comes in and gets out of the inning. Strikes out Cowser, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's give away some more money. We're tied 5-5.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at Collars & Co.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey Braves fans, this is Finn here. How well do you know us in the locker room? Your answer could win you a pair of Braves tickets during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
5-5 game into the bottom of the 6th inning. New Orioles pitcher is a very familiar face. Coming along now, the right-hander Scott Blewett, 29 years old. And he started this season with the Braves. He made 11 appearances with the Braves, where he was 2-0 with a 5.51 ERA. Since he's gone to the Orioles, he's also made 11 appearances with them. 1-0 with them with a 4.64 ERA as an Oriole.
And he'll face Nick Allen to start the 6th inning. And Nick takes high ball 1.
Is 37,100.
It's our Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Back to $1,000 after another winner last night. Dinah Smith is the contestant. Foul ball straight back. 1-1. I need your help on this one, Ben and Jay Chad. Hoshton, Georgia. Hoschton, Hoshton, Georgia. For Dinah Smith. $1,000 in there. Stretching the pitch, swing and a miss by Nick Allen. He doubled his last time up with 2 out. Came around to score a run. He and Acuna scoring on, or he scored on a double by Olson, and then Riley doubled in another. Hard hit ball, 1 hopper, backhanded by Henderson. Long throw high and pulls O'Hearn off the bag. We'll wait to see how they score it. That could easily be an infield hit. Vans Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. It is, in fact, a base hit for Nick Allen, his 2nd of the day. 2 for 3. Here's Acuna. Check swing, didn't go. Acuna 0 for 2 with a walk. Speaking of Napa, they had a nice, kind of a small car show today on Battery Avenue. A lot of Mustangs lined up. That was a nice thing to check out coming into the ballpark. Swing and a miss by Ronald, 1-1. Oh for 2 with a walk and a run scored for Acuna. He was 1 for 4 last night. Good speed at first. Allen with a good lead. Not going. Pitch swung on a miss. Fastball at 95 right by Acuna, 1-2. Quick throw to first, runners back. On that car show today, that hot little 65 or 66 Mustang GT. Really sweet. Next offering, down low and away. 2-2 to Acuna. I had a 66 Mustang GT when I was in college.
Bet that thing could boogie.
It was hot. It's dark green with white racing stripes. 2-2. Acuna takes high, just high, full count.
By the way, it just helps you out. Just went to the jar twice.
Did you?
A couple of rally cookies.
I'm proud of you. Way to go.
Yeah.
Kind of spread this thing around. I think it's time for Braves to take the lead. It's a 5-5 tie. They have 10 hits. Full count. Runner goes. Check swing. Didn't go. Ball 4. Braves have him at first and second. Nobody out for Olsen, who's 3 for 3.
All he lacks is a triple for the cycle.
He can do it. I think that's the second time this week we've said that. Doubled and scored on the first off a homer by Riley. Homered himself in the 3rd inning. And then singled in a run in the 4th inning. Stretching the pitch. Over but low. Ball 1. Light breeze blowing across from left field toward right. I bet that feels good on the fans out there in the chop house. As if they didn't have enough to cool them off out there. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Had one biting in on him, and Matt couldn't get around on it. 1-1 the count. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 in the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day, like it could be for Dinah Smith. 2 on, nobody out. The pitch down low again. 2-1. So where is Houston, Georgia? I need a geography lesson here. Jonathan thinks it's over by Athens. 2-1. Inside again. Ball 3. 3-1. So Gregory Soto went 2/3 of an inning, struck out a batter, gave up a hit, and hit a batter. And now Scott Blewett in his first action, but he's given up an infield hit and a walk, and he's 3-1 to Olsen. And the pitch. Down and in, almost hit him in the foot. They are loaded. Nobody out. How about a little run manufacturing here or a big deep fly?
Starting to become a believer in these cookies again.
See, I'm telling you, we just had to change brands.
That's it. You know, the Orioles serve their purpose.
Yeah.
Oreos, I should say Orioles.
Yeah.
Oreos serve their purpose. And now we got to the Chips Ahoy, and yeah, took down 2 Chips Ahoy cookies. Now the Braves have loaded the bases. And here's the thing. Austin Riley today has been such an RBI man. A 2-run home run in the 1st inning, and then the RBI double in the 4th. And both of those hits came off of Kramer. So he's seeing the ball very well, and he's going to see Blewett here.
Pitching coach Drew French out to talk to Blewett. You know, I don't know what he would say to him here, but one of the things would be, the manager sent me out here. I really don't know what to say. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Good luck.
Yeah, just glad I'm not you. See ya.
I know Austin Riley's up. Blew it ready. He fires. Called strike on the inside corner. He had Austin lifting his hands up a little bit to get out of the way, but in there for a strike. Jurickson Profar on deck. Nobody out. Tie game 5-5. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back. He had a good cut. Had a splitter, and it's 0-2. Fly ball. All we're looking for here. Even a ground ball double play gets you a run. Middle of the infield is back playing for a double play. O'Hearn at first base is right on the edge of the grass. And Westberg, the third baseman, a little bit behind the bag. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Whatever French told blew it. It worked on Austin. One out for Profar. 0 for 3 today. Ground out, foul out, and a fly ball out to left field. I'd take that right here and take my chances with Nick Allen at third. Acuña's at second. Olsen at first. The pitch. Bouncer slowly hit towards second. Only one play is to first. They retire Profar. Good play by Henderson. But the Braves take the lead. On the ground out, just putting it in play by Profar gives them the lead. And it's 6-5 Atlanta. On the play, Acuña moved to third and Olsen to second. And it was so slowly hit that Henderson had no other play except first. And here is Drake Baldwin. Second and third, 2 away. And the pitch is low, ball 1.
Well, you think about facing a team that you're just with, that can be challenging for a pitcher, but especially facing the guy who caught you. I mean, Drake Baldwin knows blew it very well.
And ought to have a little bit of an advantage, huh?
Should.
The 1-0. Outside 2-0. Got a base open and Marcell Ozuna on deck. Marcell batting 6th in the order today. Baldwin is 2 for 2 and he's hit by a pitch. Takes low and inside ball 3. He singled in the first, doubled in the third, hit by a pitch in the 5th. We're in the 6th. Green light, let's see. Strike call, he didn't offer. 3-1. Get a good pitch to hit and drive one in a gap somewhere. The offering swung on, bounced to the right side. Holiday's got it on 2 big hops. Underhands it to first. Inning is over. But the Braves do get a run in. And they do it on only 1 hit. And we go to the 7th, and it's 6.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. And get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3 alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius, live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Gibson a deep side.
Or visit emoryhealthcare.org/heartcare.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
We go to the 7th. Braves have taken a 6-5 lead. Before I hand it back over to Ben, we understand that the correct pronunciation is Houston, Georgia. So I'd like to make that correction for Dinah Smith. Unfortunately, Dinah didn't win any money, but I want to get the town right for sure. So I've given you a lead, Ben. Let's see what you can do with it.
Got to hold on to that thing, man. Try to get it across the finish line. There's Tyler O'Neill. And the first pitch he sees in there for a called strike. Shadows all over the field right now. Shadow of the rooftop. Sun coming through some of those portals down the right field line. Spots of sunshine here and there along the first base line and right field line, including right on the plate. There's a called strike on O'Neill. O'Neill climbing in, and a little sliver of sunlight down there. 0-2 on O'Neill. O'Neill has homered, put the Orioles on the board back in the second inning. 0-2 pitch, misses low from the lefty Cox. Braves have used Bummer, Dodd, De Los Santos, and Cox on the mound. We knew coming in it'd be a bullpen game, and that's exactly what we've seen displayed. 1-2 on the way to O'Neill. Missed outside, trying to nibble for that corner with a fastball. Couldn't get a taste of the plate. And 2-2 on O'Neill. Lefty out of Macon. Austin Cox nods in agreement with Baldwin. 2-2 pitch, and he struck him out. That time used a slider to get the swing and miss from O'Neill. Well, what you'd like for the bullpen to do here the rest of the way, Joe, is exactly what we saw them do last night. I mean, last night, Lee and Johnson were great coming out of the pen. Braves lost the game 3-2, but they gave the Braves an opportunity late in that game.
I like what we've seen from Austin Cox.
Cedric Mullins takes a ball outside.
He's a big guy. He's left-handed. So far, he's around the plate. Could stand some more of that.
Mullins awaits. Here's the pitch. Nothing wrong with that. That time got a slider over for a strike. 6 runs, 10 hits for the Braves, no errors. For the Orioles, 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Orioles have belted 3 homers. Braves have hit a pair. Mullins takes a fastball low, 2 balls and a strike. Two-1 in the air to right center field. That'll find the gap. That's down. That continues to roll right to the edge of the warning track. Cut off by Harris, and he sends it in. And it's a double by Cedric Mullins. Harris did as much as he could to get there, cut it off, and get it in as quickly as he could. But the damage done by Mullins. And now back to the top of the order.
Sorry, Ben. It was either a cutter or a bad slider that was left up in the zone. Easy pickings for a veteran.
Tying run in scoring position for Jackson Holliday. And Holliday will take one low. Been a solid series for Mullins. Hit the homer last night. This is the second time he's been on base in this game. 21-year-old Jackson Holliday waiting on the 1-0 pitch. And he'll ground one to the right side, past a diving Ozzie Albies, ticked off his glove and rolling into right field, and that ties the game. RBI single for the 21-year-old, and it's a 6-6 game here in the 7th. Ozzie dove to his left and then just clicked off the end of the glove and rolled into right field. So here comes Brian Snitker. The Braves go deeper into the bullpen. They'll make the Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. Want to remind you to make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO, or you can visit aeroexterminators.com. We'll introduce you to Daysbel Hernandez when we come back. It's a 6-6 game.
Hey, Braves fans. Every day in
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
And look good doing it. Hernandez, 28 years old, 5'10", 220 for the year before he went on the shelf for a little bit. Hernandez, 3-1, a 2.13 ERA.
So the game tied up again at 6 apiece. Man, back and forth. These two teams have been trading blows all afternoon. There's Jordan Westberg, dangerous hitter. Comes unraveled and a first pitch slider from Hernandez. Pick off to first base and back in standing over there, Jackson Holliday. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, Braves will have Ozuna, Albies, and Harris coming up. But can Daysbel Hernandez keep the game tied? 1 down, 0-1 pitch. Made him look funny there with that slider. I know we've mentioned the shadows multiple times, but right now the pitch starts in shadows, goes through basically a portion of the field in between the mound and the plate that's in sunlight, and then back to the shadows. And these batters are supposed to see that and hit it. Good luck.
Like a strobe light.
0-2. Low and outside, 1-2. Westberg with 2 homers in this series, including 1 today. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Good backhanded stop by Drake Baldwin. And the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not much wind at all out there in the flags in right field. Been a really warm day. It was 91 at the time of first pitch. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Boy, it looked like a good fastball, but he didn't get the call from Doug Eddings. And Daysbel just kind of shrugs his shoulders. He thought he had his pitch there, but maybe a little bit high. Count full, 1 down. Holiday runs, pitch on the way, popped up. Right center field. Acuna drifting over towards Harris, and this will be Harris's ball. Harris makes the catch in right center. Back to first base for Holiday. 2 down in the 7th. Coming up in between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance. Going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. To learn more, go to thewarrioralliance.org. So now Gunnar Henderson climbs in. Daysbel Hernandez misses with a slider low. 1 ball and no strikes. Mets have an 8-5 lead on the Yankees. That game's in the bottom of the 7th at Citi Field. It's a wild one there. There's a called strike. Those Yankees have tumbled out of first place. They entered the action today 2 games back of the Blue Jays for first in the East. And they're actually tied with the Rays for second. Pickoff over to first base. Holiday back in standing.
And have lost 5 in a row.
Got 3 divisions right now that aren't much of a race. There's the 1-1 pitch. Called strike on Henderson. Tigers have a 12.5 game lead in the Central. Astros have a 7 game lead in the West. And then in the National League, Dodgers have an 8 game lead in the West. So those teams feeling pretty good about where they are right now, coming up on the All-Star break. About a week away from that. 1-2 missed low. That's a tough slider to lay off of, but Henderson did. 2-2. Braves and Orioles tied at 6 as we're in the top of the 7th. And the 2-2 struck him out with a fastball. 98 and burned him. And that ends the top of the 7th inning. But a run for the Orioles on the RBI single by Jackson Holliday. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 6. Summer in the South means a few things. Baseball, grilling out, and Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms. Vidalia onions are the champagne of onions. It can only be a Vidalia if it's grown in a specific region of South Georgia where the soils are just right for providing that signature sweetness. So look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand Vidalia onions at your local grocery store this summer and enjoy the champagne of onions. Flavor guaranteed. Special occasion optional. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce. Perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries. And every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Oh, hey. Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hi, I'm Dan Watkins. All Four Seasons Garage, entry doors, and windows. Now is a great time to upgrade with brand new, efficient, and beautiful garage doors. All4seasonsgarages.com.
When there is baseball news you need to know before the trading deadline, never lose touch with the radio home of the Braves. Chuck and Chernoff, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on the Fan app as well.
Andrew Kittredge, next pitcher up for the Orioles. He worked an inning and 2/3 last night. But it was zeros across with a strikeout. And he will face Marcell Ozuna. Tie game now. Ozuna leading off the 7th.
Ozuna's been on once, reached on the catcher's interference back in the first inning. Outside of that, a couple of flyouts. And Ozuna takes a first pitch strike. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce? That's the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, like a double play for your mouth. Louisiana Hot, buy you some. 0-1 to Ozuna. And he'll lift one down the right field line, slicing towards foul ground. And into the lower bowl of the seats down the right field line. 0-2. One game left in this series. That'll be tomorrow, 11:35 Eastern with a first pitch, 10:35 Central. Grant Holmes and
AM.
AM, correct. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Ozuna. And that's sent foul into the screen. That'll be Grant Holmes and Trevor Rogers. You've seen 11:35 first pitch. That certainly makes up your plans for the rest of the evening. Get home, pack, go to bed. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Ozuna. Outside 1-2. Braves wrap up the homestand tomorrow. Then we head all the way out to Sacramento. And we'll see the A's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then go to St. Louis to see the Cardinals. 1-2 to Ozuna, low and in. Anything you want me to pass along to Chip while we're in St. Louis?
Yeah, but it's more visual.
There's the 2-2. Ozuna with a fly ball to center. Cedric Mullins drifting back. Squares up to it. Makes the catch, 1 out. One out for Ozzie Albies.
It won't be anything he hadn't seen before.
Yeah, look forward to seeing him. Never worked in Sacramento before. Never even been to Sacramento before. Ozzie Albies whips one out to first and gloved by O'Hearn. He'll step on the bag and an unassisted out. 2 down. It sure would be nice to roll into that road trip fresh off of taking today's game and tomorrow's versus the Orioles.
Do a lot for everybody.
Braves 6, Orioles 6, bottom of the 7th. Braves have only gone down in order once in the game. That was back in the 2nd inning. Michael Harris takes a ball low.
Kittredge has an interesting delivery. His leg kick is kind of his left leg going straight out, and is at the same time his right arm goes straight back.
1-0 in for a strike. Yeah, he tries to stay as turned as much as he can. In fact, if you're a left-handed batter facing Kittredge, you can easily read the name and number on the back of his uniform as he's bringing the pitch to the plate. 1-1 and a bouncer to first base. So Hearn stabs it, runs to the bag, down they go in order. Braves go down very quietly in the 7th. We go to the 8th, tied at 6.
Hard hit ball to short.
Lowe's knows July 4th savings are worth celebrating. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances and get an additional 10% off 2 or more select major appliances. Plus, get 3 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. These deals are coming in hot. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/9. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Ramon Laureano is the batter, and it's still Daysbel Hernandez on the mound for the Braves. And this is the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And I'll introduce you to our contestant out for the first pitch to Laureano. Laureano's been on once. That was on a walk. Takes a strike. Here in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, if the Braves can strike out the side, our contestant Jason Blaylock will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. 0-2. Low and outside, 1-2. Well, I know we haven't had a winner yet this season of the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, but getting a healthy Daysbel Hernandez back will help the cause.
Yes, it will.
He can do it. Ready to bring his 1-2 pitch, righty-righty matchup. Daysbel spins it up there, and he got his man. 99 with a fastball, swung on a miss by Laureano. And our contestant, Jason Blaylock, you're a third of the way there. So now it's Ryan O'Hearn. See, now this is the man to watch in the inning for the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. You get him, then you face a very light-hitting Jacob Stallings. And it's certainly on the table at that point. But you got to strike out Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn takes a ball outside. 6 runs, 10 hits for the Braves, 6 runs, 6 hits for the Orioles.
He just struck out 3 times in this series already, once today.
1-0 pitch and a strike. That fastball popping the mitt. That was 97. O'Hearn takes another strike.
Ooh, quick pitched him. O'Hearn will call time and step out. Not happy about that. Daysbel did not go into like a full-fledged stretch. He just got the sign, put his hands together, and delivered.
He's gotten really good at that. And he had O'Hearn shocked right there. His 1-2 struck him out.
Yeah.
Slider down and in. Back-to-back strikeouts by Daysboro Hernandez, getting Laureano and O'Hearn. And now the batter will be Jacob Stallings. Stallings is over 1 with a strikeout.
Come on now. What's the contestant's name?
Jason Blaylock.
All right, Jason. Feeling good about this.
Got a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle on the line with 1 more strikeout. First pitch to Stallings in the dirt, rolling away from Baldwin. Stallings is just a 135 hitter. Was with the Rockies earlier this season, now with the Orioles. By the way, Braves in the bottom of the inning. That'll be fouled back, 1-1. We'll have 9-1-2 due up with Allen, Acuna, and Olsen. So you get a shutdown inning right here. Got to find a way to score at least 1 run in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1 pitch. Just missed low with a fastball. 2-1 on Stallings. Here it comes. Bounced up there. It bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. So 3-1 on Jacob Stallings. Don't want to lose this guy. Colton Cowser on deck. Here's his 3-1. And ball 4 outside. I didn't see that coming.
No, me neither.
Not a walk. So Jason Blaylock, we appreciate you playing. No winner once again. That's as close as we've had in maybe 3 or 4 weeks, feels like. So now it's Cowser. And Cowser tipped that foul. That took a piece out of Drake Baldwin's chest protector, it looked like. Colton Cowser belted a 2-run homer back in the 4th inning. And he'll take a big swing and a miss at a slider here. No balls, 2 strikes, need a shutdown top of the 8th. Take some momentum into the dugout for the bottom of the inning. Then try to retake the lead. We're tied at 6 in the top of the 8th inning. Jacob Stallings at first base. Hernandez looking into his catcher, Drake Baldwin. Righty set right at the belt. 0-2 pitch, and he blew it by him with a fastball.
Isn't that something?
You're that close to a winner. But a nice job by Daysboro Hernandez with that strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 6.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving.
July 4th member-only doorbuster deals are on at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $50 on a select Charbroil 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, save over $500 on a Whirlpool top-load laundry pair, now $886. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, these July 4th doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/7 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius, live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Are you ready to round the bases with base balderdash? Today's phrase is pickle. Do you know what it means?
Today could be the day.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7. Home of the Braves.
Andrew Kittredge went a perfect inning for the Orioles. Now it's Brian Baker, who pitched a 1-2-3 inning last night. Baker 3-2, a 2.65 ERA, his 41st appearance. That's the most on their ball club. And a pinch hitter for the Braves.
It'll be Sean Murphy. And we all know what he's been doing on this homestand, especially on the first pitch. And let's see if he's got something in store for Baker on the first pitch. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Murphy. And he takes the ball low. Murphy with a dozen homers this year. And he's hit a couple here on this homestand. Hit a grand slam the other night versus the Angels. Game tied at 6. Baker inhales, exhales, fires. 1-0 pitch, over for a strike. Count even 1-1. So Brian Snitker pushing this button here in the bottom of the 8th to bring along the power-hitting Sean Murphy in place of his shortstop Nick Allen. 1-1 pitch, and he'll send one foul into the second deck.
Nick had a good day, 2 for 3 with a double. Two runs scored.
Ready for the 1-2 pitch is Murphy. Here it comes, and he swings and tips one into the mid of Stallings for strike 3. One away here in the 8th inning. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your neighborhood Valvoline for a stay-in-your-car oil change done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. That's Valvoline. Ronald Acuna's been on twice, couple of walks and a run scored. He would be a terrific candidate to get on base right here. Tie game in the bottom of the 8th. Acuna facing Baker. First pitch from the righty, over for a called strike. Last night, Baker had a 1-2-3 8th. The only batters who saw him were Riley, Profar, and Ozuna. So for a lot of these guys, first time that they've seen Baker. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off into the second deck along the first baseline. Raisel Iglesias throwing in the Braves bullpen. And should he pitch the 9th, he would be opposed by 8, 9, and 1 in their order. That's O'Neill, Mullins, and Holiday. Acuna down 0-2. Pitch from Baker. Swung on, miss at a high fastball for strike 3.
Baker was one of that group that came out of the bullpen yesterday, and we were talking about how everybody comes out throwing 97 to 98 miles an hour, maybe more. He's certainly right there today.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. Very lively fastball. Matt Olson, the batter. Braves have not had a hit since the 6th inning. Olson will take a ball outside. Spit on that first pitch changeup. Braves scored twice in the first, once in the third, twice in the fourth, once in the 6th for their 6 runs. Orioles 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the 7th for their 6 runs. Olson takes a ball high, 2 balls, no strikes. It's been a good day for Matt. A double, a homer, a single, and a walk. Hitters count for Matt Olson. Baker spins it up there. Olson takes a ball low. So now a 3-0 count. Now you know they're going to green light him here. If it's where he wants it, go ahead and pull the trigger.
Well, they know he's been hot, and they're going to say, probably have already said, don't let him beat you.
3-0 pitch. And there's a strike through him, a 3-0 changeup. Clip the bottom of the zone, so 3-1.
Look for it again.
Baker comes out right at the belly. Here's his 3-1 pitch. Olson with a good swing, but sent it foul. That was the changeup again.
Yeah, and he telegraphed it a little bit. He really slowed his delivery down, kind of tip off the hitter.
Count runs full on Olson. Bases empty, 2 down. Payoff pitch. Fouled off the gear of Jacob Stallings. Last night we were discussing what these teams have done in 1-run games this year. Braves have really been dreadful in one-run games. They are 11-21. Tie game here in the bottom of the 8th. And again, the 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk to Olson. He's on for the 5th time in the game. Now the bat in the hands of Austin Riley, who got the scoring started for the Braves back in the first inning when he belted a 2-run homer. And Riley is one of the guys who faced Baker last night, grounded out to shortstop. Orioles are 11-9 in one-run games. So they've been tough to knock off in tight games. Riley's hit 1 2-run homer already. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and tips one into the mid of Stallings. For Riley today, the 2-run homer, a strikeout, then an RBI double, and another strikeout. Oh, 1. Fouled back into the screen. Suddenly nothing in 2. Trying to hang alive now, keep the inning going. Jerks and Profar is on deck. Riley waves the bat over the plate, staring down the right-hander Baker. This tall, lean righty with a black socks up to the knees comes set. Is 0-2 to the plate, and Riley goes lunging and missing a changeup for strike 3. Good inning for Baker as he strikes out Murphy, Acuna, and Riley. We go to the top of the 9th, tied at 6.
Lowe's knows how to help you save this 4th of July. Upgrade your laundry routine with the new and exclusive first-of-its-kind all-in-one vented laundry combo. Wash and dry in just 68 minutes. Save up to 40% on select major appliances. Plus, when you buy more, you save more. Shop Samsung this July 4th at Lowe's. Valid through 7/9. See Lowe's.com for details. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Selection varies by location.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
This is John Michaels. Don't miss Atlanta Braves today and your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets every weekday morning on The Locker Room during our 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Still got a tie game here at Truist Park, and we go to the 9th inning. Raisel Iglesias will come on to work the 9th inning for the Braves after Daysbel Hernandez was outstanding. An inning and 2/3, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. For Iglesias, he is 4-5, a 5.12 ERA. This is his 35th outing.
6th pitcher on the mound for the Braves today. Tyler O'Neill up to the plate. Iglesias to work. Missed outside with the first pitch.
And Luke Williams has checked in to play shortstop.
1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. This with a slider. Iglesias digging in there at the rubber now, trying to get comfortable. Don't want to be too far behind Tyler O'Neill. 2-0 pitch, and he misses low. 3-0. O'Neill with a homer back in the 3rd inning. Since then, a flyout and a strikeout. 3-0 from Iglesias, and there's a strike. Dusts it up the outside corner. Russell, a quick worker, gets the ball back, digs around just for a moment, then locks eyes on his target, and right back into his windup. 3-1, lifted, foul ground, right field line. Olson drifting to his left, possibly playable. He's got it. Makes a basket catch next to the sidewall. That's a big out. You fall behind in the count to that man, you're thrilled to get a pop out and foul ground. So now it's Cedric Mullins. This guy has given the Braves all sorts of grief today and in this series. He had a 2-run homer last night. Today he's been on twice with a walk and a double, and he scored 2 runs. This game tied at 6 in the 9th. And Mullins takes the ball low and in. Mullins, a left-handed hitter, facing the righty Iglesias. One 0 from Russell. Missed inside, 2-0. Big swing and a miss there by Cedric Mullins. So 2-1 on him. Iglesias right back at it, misses low, 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, his speed, you got to keep him off the sacks for sure.
Mullins 3 for 6 with a homer in his career versus Iglesias. So Russell being very careful with him here. His 3-1 pitch. And he missed inside, ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk to Mullins. And like Joe just mentioned, he has really good wheels. Mullins has 1 steal in this game. He has 9 for the season. And now it's Jackson Holliday, who tied the game with a base hit in the 7th inning. His RBI single scored Mullins in the 7th. We've been tied at 6 ever since. And that base hit back in the 7th for Holliday, his first this series. Holliday takes the first pitch strike. This 21-year-old at the top of the Orioles order, trying to give him a spark here in the 9th inning. He's never faced Iglesias. 0-1, way outside, 1-1.
I mean, this kid, A, he's so young. B, he's slightly built. And third, he just baby faced, like you said last night.
Yeah. Pick off to first, back into the dive Mullins. You see him down there in the box, he looks baby-faced, but I swear that picture that they have up of him on the video board looks like when he was in high school. 1-1 pitch, and he reaches and misses at a changeup for strike 2. In the bottom of the 9th, Braves will have Profar, Baldwin, and Ozuna. And it's up to Iglesias to get him there and keep the game tied. Here's the pitch, and he gets a huge swing and a miss, and another changeup. So 2 down here in the 9th inning. Now you got to go through Jordan Westberg. He's had another nice day today, hit by a pitch, also a 2-run homer.
Yeah, this guy, like you said earlier, this guy scares you.
Pick off to first, close play, but Mullins back in there. Westberg has never had it at bat versus Iglesias. Right on right matchup. Another pick off to first base, and they got him! Iglesias with a fastball to first, right on the money to get the runner Mullins. And now the Braves holding to see if the Orioles want to look at it. And this will be reviewed. So this will be challenged by Baltimore. All right, we haven't seen a review of it yet.
Mullins immediately came up shaking his head no.
All right, watching this replay, I think he might have gotten in there.
Yeah, the tag was to the back of his right shoulder, and I think the hand got in there.
Reaching with the right hand to the corner of the bag, and I think the hand got there just before the tag hit him in the rib cage.
Yeah.
Braves know it, and they're walking back out onto the field. So this shouldn't take too much longer.
No question about it.
Waiting on Doug Eddings. He's the crew chief and home plate umpire. This should be overturned. Here we go.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner safe. Baltimore retains its challenge.
It was the right call. Watching the replay, got back in there. So he's at first.
That's his second throw over. And And Mullins will be able to extend his lead here if he wants to run.
That's right. Mullins extends that lead. Got a big lead now. There he goes. Pitch on the way, and there's a strike. No throw down. We saw that coming a mile away.
Stolen base for Mullins.
10th steal for Cedric Mullins. He's in scoring position, 2 down, and an 0-1 count on Westburg. Iglesias to the plate, and a fly ball to right field. Shallow right. Ozzie calling everyone off, and Albies has it for out number 3. So a nice job by Iglesias. 1 run will win it for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, tied at 6.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius, live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Stream the radio home of the Braves while you work to separate the rumors from reality before the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Lock in Cellini and Domino weekdays between 10 and 2 on the Fan app.
We go to the bottom of the 9th, and the Orioles go to their closer, Felix Bautista, who we saw last night, where he earned his 17th save. He worked an inning against the lower third of the order and did not record a strikeout, but this guy can bring it. As we said last night, 6'8", 280, 97 to 99 with a fastball and a split. And for the Braves, it'll be Profar, Baldwin, and Ozuna.
Just need 1 run. Braves had the early lead. Orioles snatched the lead from them, and these two have been going back and forth all afternoon long. A 6-6 game into the bottom of the 9th inning. Jurickson Profar climbing in. He's 0 for 4. Batting from the left side. First pitch he sees, he swings and pops one up towards foul ground. That'll land in the seats along the first baseline. Down there in the lower bowl of the stadium. 0-1 on Profar. Last night, Profar had a 1 for 4 performance. And that one is only hit of this series. On to Profar. Check swing on appeal, and he went, according to Austin Jones, down at third. Profar can't believe it. In fact, he was the first man pointing down there saying, check with him. I didn't go.
But he did.
And he's down 0-2 now versus Bautista. Big, tall right-hander set right at the belt. Is 0-2 to the plate. Profar, another check swing, another appeal. This time it goes Profar's way. Didn't go after the splitter, 1-2. We've seen Profar homer twice on this homestand since coming back from his suspension. One from the left side of the plate, one from the right side of the plate. Leading off here in the 9th inning on the 1-2 pitch. And he'll check one foul, just kind of tipped it on a half swing. 1-2 now for Profar. Right-hander straightens. His 1-2 pitch. Profar bounces one foul over by the Braves dugout. What a snag over there. Who snagged that?
Who was that?
Hugh? That might have been Hugh Quattlebaum. Yeah, it was.
Man, saved everybody.
Great reflexes. Here comes the 6th pitch of the battle. Profar misses as that pitch was down and away. Splitter down in the dirt. He strikes out. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
6-6 game, bottom of the 9th. 1 out, bases empty. Drake Baldwin to the plate. Baldwin did face Bautista last night, grounded out to short. Rather, grounded out to first, I should say. Now, the first pitch that he sees is right there for a called strike.
That splitter that he struck out Profar with is about as perfect as you can make a splitter. Throwing it at the bottom of the zone, middle of the plate, and then just have it dive to the back point of the plate. Impossible.
There's the pitch to Baldwin that bounced up there. It's such a tough pitch, and then you couple that with that hard fastball. That is tough.
That one hopper jumped up and got Doug Eddings, the umpire.
1 ball and 1 strike on Baldwin. Braves looking for a base runner. 1 run will win it here in the bottom of the 9th. Ball and a strike. Pitch from Bautista. Grounds ball out to first. That'll be taken on 1 bounce by O'Hearn. And he flips over there to Bautista for the out. So 2 away for Marcell Ozuna. And the thing about this battle here, as Ozuna is 0 for 1 in his career versus Bautista, there is no one more due than Marcell Ozuna on the Braves roster right now. Ozuna has been quite the offensive drought here lately. And now he'll climb in with 2 down and the base is empty. Facing Bautista. Ozuna swings and misses. Last time Ozuna homered was on the 13th of June. He had just 2 home runs the entire month.
Those swings hurt him, Ben. The one he just took takes him a while to get everything back together.
Bautista brings the 0-1. Over his head all the way to the backstop. And a stare by Ozuna out there to Bautista. Well, that went over his head. My goodness. I think it might have hit the helmet of Ozuna. He pointed to the Braves dugout and said, take a peek at that.
Yeah.
Looked like it might have grazed the helmet.
That was right over the top of his helmet, and if it didn't hit it, it was close to it.
Count even at a ball and a strike. Here it is to Ozuna. And he'll swing and foul 1 back. Braves down to their final strike here in the bottom of the 9th. And if they can't come through, we'll go on to the 10th inning. Tied at 6. Ozuna. All that weight on that back foot. Front foot on its tiptoe. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. A splitter got him. Braves go down to 1-2-3 in the 9th. We'll play on into extra innings. 9 innings behind us. Nothing decided yet. A 6-6 game into the 10th.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight.
This July 4th at Lowe's, get up to 40% off select GE appliances. Plus, get an additional 10% off when you buy 2 or 3 select major appliances, like the exclusive GE Profile 4.6 cubic foot capacity ventless and ultra-fast all-in-one washer and dryer combo with pet hair removal that separates hair from fabrics using high-speed airflow. Shop GE Profile deals at Lowe's. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 6/18 through 7/9.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Finn here. Don't miss Atlanta Braves today and your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Into the top of the 10th inning, it's a 6-6 game. New pitcher for the Braves is Rafael Montero on the mound for the 28th time at 3.46 ERA. Braves are 6-2 in extra innings. Orioles are 2-3. Runner at second is Westberg, and up to the microphone, Joe.
All right, thanks, Ben. Gunnar Henderson, a left-handed hitter, will try to get the runner over to third or drive him in, and he takes low ball 1 from Montero, who's had a couple of days rest. Last pitch a couple of days ago against the Angels. Henderson's 0 for 4. He's struck out twice. Swinging and a foul tip at the plate, and that got a bite out of Drake Baldwin. Count 1-1. Henderson was 2 for 4 last night to extend his hitting streak to 5 games, but 0 for today. Tie game, extra innings. Nobody has scored since the 7th. Montero to the plate. Ground ball right side. That gets the runner over. Ozzy's got it. Throws out Henderson, but a great job to move the go-ahead runner to third. Just the way you draw it up there. And now the cleanup hitter, the DH today, Ramon Laureano, and the infield will come in. Laureano's 0 for 3 with a walk, and he's fanned twice. First pitch to him, taking low ball 1.
Need him to strike out again. They've gotten him swinging twice today.
I'm for that. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Strike call. Splitter right there. 1-1. Braves have out hit him. 6 runs on 10 hits. 6 runs on just 6 hits for the Orioles with an error. Next offering. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase something down and away. Another splitter. They count 1-2. Ryan O'Hearn, the all-star, waits on deck. He's a left-handed hitter. 1 out. Runner at third. The pitch. Ooh, baby, that was close. Easily could have been called a strike. Right on the edge. Instead, it's 2-2. Infielders pretty much straight away. Ozzy's a little bit up the middle. Olsen off the line at first. The 2-2 to Laureano. Here it is. High. Full count. Let's see what he goes with here. Might be another splitter. Got him to swing at it earlier. About to find out. Here it is. Swing and a ground ball past Riley and into left field. A hot smash. Laureano's around first, headed to second. He'll make it standing on a double. That with Riley playing in even with the bag. A real tough short hop and nailed it. Knocked it by him. And the Orioles have taken a 7-6 lead.
That was RBI base hit, unearned run. RBI base hit, unearned run.
They'll put O'Hearn on.
O'Hearn will make it first and second with one out. Give Laureano his 28th RBI.
Intentional walk.
So after the intentional pass to O'Hearn, Stallings the batter. He came in for Sanchez back in the 5th inning. He has struck out and walked, hitting 135. Very slow runner. If you get him to hit it on the ground, you got a double play almost chalked up. The pitch. High, ball one. Fifth walk of the day by the Braves, but it was an intentional pass to O'Hearn. The delivery outside, 2-0. One way or another, you got to get this guy for an out. Hernandez walked him back in the 8th inning, but overall, Daysbell was outstanding. An inning and 2/3, no hits or runs. That one walk and 4 strikeouts. The pitch. Way outside, ball 3 to Stallings. Is he got some kind of force field around the strike area?
It's bizarre. I mean, he's a 135 hitter, and they're on the verge of walking him twice.
Goodness. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And he took a little off and found the mark. 3-1. We're in the 10th, top of the 10th, 7-6 Baltimore. Montero comes set in the pitch. Swing and a miss. There you go. Threw it 97 right by him. Full count. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th, the Braves' spot for the pinch runner will be Ozuna, so you can pretty much assume that will be Eli White. And then the bottom third of the order. Here's the payoff pitch to Stallings. Swung on, popped up, might stay in play. Olsen over near the railing has a look, but it's in the seats right behind the dugout. Still 3-2. As Ben said, the Orioles have not had near as many extra inning games as the Braves. They are 2-3. The Braves are 6-2. Payoff pitch again for Stallings. Swung on, ripped down the left field line. Wouldn't you know it? That's going to score Laureano. Profar gets it up. Throws it in. O'Hearn going to try to score. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. The first hit for Jacob Stallings as a Baltimore Oriole comes in the 10th inning at Truist Park. A double, and he drives in 2. And it's 9-6. Orioles. A good throw on the relay to the plate might have had him, but Luke Williams' throw was to the first base side, wide of the mark. Runner at second. Still only one out for Colton Cowser. And the pitch swung on, grounded sharply to second. Ozzy's got it. He'll throw to first in time, 2 down. Stallings goes to third, and he's there with 2 out. And Tyler O'Neill, the batter.
It's not the first time Jacob Stallings has had a big base hit versus the Braves, and I'm always left thinking the same thing. You know, every time we see his average, it's 130-something, 140-something, and he's had some clutch base hits, be it as a Marlin or now as an Oriole against Atlanta.
O'Neill fouls one back. 0-1. An RBI double by the former Brave Ramon Laureano, and now Stallings with his first hit as a Oriole after they picked him up from Colorado is a 2-run double. 9-6 Baltimore. The pitch up and in. 1-1 to O'Neill, who homered way back in the third inning. He's been 0 for 3 since. Montero delivers. Strike call. 1-2.
Sorry, Joe. To that point, I just looked it up. Jacob Stallings has 13 career RBIs versus the Braves. The only team he has more RBIs against in his career is the Brewers.
No fooling. Well, he almost went to one knee to turn on that ball, but it was solid and went all the way to the bullpen. One and two the count. Montero still in the stretch and now steps off. And Drake Baldwin, who had started to the mound before that sequence and was called back by Doug Eddings. So then they put a sign on, then he stepped off, and it was like then he let Drake go to the mound. No one throwing in the Atlanta bullpen. Three runs on 2 hits and a walk. The 1-2 pitch inside 2-2 to O'Neill. Cedric Mullins on deck. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him with some high cheese, but the damage done. 3 runs across. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Braves are going to have a big inning to extend the game. It's
Lowe's knows how to help you save. This July 4th, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool kitchen appliances. Plus, get an additional 10% off when you buy 2 or 3 select major appliances. And when you buy 4 or more, you'll save an additional 20%. Find the right appliances and features that fit your kitchen's unique needs and style. Shop Whirlpool 4th of July deals at Lowe's. Valid through 7/9. See Lowe's.com for details. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Selection varies by location.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Final call for the Braves into the bottom of the 10th inning, trailing this one 9-6. And the new pitcher for the Orioles is Yennier Cano. He's out of Cuba. Right-hander, 6'4", 245 on for the 34th time this season. 1-4 with a 4.55 ERA. The place runner at second base, Eli White.
And the batter, Ozzie Albies, and the first pitch outside, ball 1. Ozzie's 1 out of 4 today, a single to right. Batting left-handed against Cano, who's 95 to 97 with his fastball. Cuts it, throws a changeup, works out of the stretch, misses outside, ball 2. Need base runners. 9-6 Orioles. RBI double by Laureano. 2-run double by Stallings. The damage in the top of the 10th. The next pitch, strike call. Ozzie was taken all the way. 95, 2-1. Albies, then Harris. And then Luke Williams. Pitch swung on, line towards center field. Mullins got a great jump, and he's right there to make the catch. He got a tremendous jump off the bat as Ozzie lined that one toward the gap in left center, and Mullins cut it off. 1 out.
And good contact. Well, that's something we've been looking to see out of Ozzie Albies. Had that single earlier, so hopefully he can turn a corner, but you wanted that one to fall in.
Michael Harris is 0 for 4. Grounded to first his last time up. The pitch. Fastball at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. Michael's average at .212. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Again, needing base runners. Tying run in the on-deck circle. 9-6. Baltimore in the 10th. The pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Spins him around. 1-2 the count. The stretch by Cano. And the delivery. Low. 2-2 to Harris. Eli White, the pinch runner at first, or at second base, excuse me. Great speed there, of course, but we need more than just one. Foul ball at the plate by Harris. He stays alive.
Just any way you can get on base.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes for Harris and Williams on deck, because, man, it should be nice to see Ronald come to the plate this inning with men on base.
I'd like to take chances on that. Braves have left 9 men on base through 9 innings today. 1 out, runner at second. And the pitch. Harris takes a called third strike. Took a little off that sinker. Almost looked like a curveball to the outside corner. Doug Eddings rings him up. And it was a good pitch. Beauty. 2 down.
Now that's a big league backdoor breaking ball right there. Locked up Michael.
Luke Williams, a batter, hitting a .143, no homers, 2 RBIs. Just need him to get on any way he can. Takes outside, ball 1. Good idea here would just to be make him throw you a strike. No reason to swing. We need the guy on deck to get to the plate with you on base in the next offering. He is taking. Smart, but it was a strike. Now you can hack away. It's 1-1. Middle infielders straight away. Outfield straight away. First and third well off the lines. The pitch. Bouncer over the mound. Tough play. Holiday charges. Gloves. Throws. Got him. Ball game. Jackson Holiday with a good play. On a tough play he had to charge. He throws out Williams. And the Braves fall in 10 innings to the Baltimore Orioles. Final score, Baltimore 9, Braves 6. Back with the totals right after this.
Military veterans are eager to transfer their skills and experiences to civilian life, but lack trusted connections to expedite their path to success. That is, until they meet the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance goes the extra mile to reach veterans in their communities so they do not have to take this journey alone. With over 40 partners across 10 service areas, your donation goes a long way toward achieving maximum impact for a veteran and their family. Go to thewarrioralliance.org to donate today and commit to helping the Warrior Alliance change thousands of lives for the better.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast.
Lowe's knows laundry day should be easy. Achieve maximum versatility with a dryer door that swings open either way, making load transfer from washer to dryer a breeze. Plus, with LG ThinQ, save time by controlling your washer remotely. Shop LG, America's most reliable line of home appliances, today at Lowe's. Based on independent reliability surveys 2021 to 2024 and select major appliances as compared to competing manufacturers offering full appliance lines. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 6/18 through 7/9.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Cool off and cash in. The Pepsi Bottle Lotto Sweepstakes is turning every sip into a shot at prizes. Just scan specially marked 20-ounce Pepsi Cola bottles, enter the code under the cap, and you're in the game. Instant cash-in product prizes are up for grabs, with a winner every 60 seconds. And each week, someone's taking home 20 grand. Make this summer one to remember. Play now at BottleLotto.com. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 18+. Subject to official rules at BottleLotto.com. Ends 8/9/2025.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams one-coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Rebate in form of Visa gift card equal to 100% off the second eligible item purchased before or after applicable discounts, if any. See details. Offer ends 7/9.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
When your morning needs an extra boost, choose Starbucks Double Shot Energy. And then choose between delicious ready-to-drink flavors like vanilla, mocha, or white chocolate. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. A good day starts with better coffee. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase
protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves. So you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
This is Chuck Oliver, and I want your summer to include 2 tickets to Truist Park. Listen to Chuck and Chernoff weekdays during our 4 o'clock hour for your chance to win Braves tickets on 680 The Fan or use the Fan app.
Braves dropped this one in 10 innings for the Orioles by a final score of 9-6. That means the Braves have to win tomorrow to avoid being swept here at home by Baltimore. And our next ball game will be tomorrow morning. Early start tomorrow. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 10:20 Eastern a.m. with the Ford leadoff show. And then Joe and I have the first pitch at 11:35 a.m. Eastern, 10:35 Central. Lefty Trevor Rogers will be going for the Orioles. He's 1-0 with a 2.05 ERA. Right-hander Grant Holmes gets the ball for the Braves. He's 4-7 with a 3.47 ERA. So for the guys back in studio, that's Joe Virgin and Chris Moran. Also for Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick. I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Again, the final score in 10 innings, Orioles 9, Braves 6. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came in the top of the first. Braves wasted